Now to our brains. Hasbunallah. We are asking support from our Shaykh, inshallah, to say a couple of words. What is going to be useful for us, beneficial for us. We were speaking earlier about how living in a community, there are going to be differences and there are going to be problems. If the community doesn't have differences and problems, then that's not real. That's fake. When you're doing something that is real, then you're going to show yourself, all of yourself. The good parts that you think are good and the bad parts that you think that they are not there. This is when the beauty also happens. Because just as the mountains or the forest, you see the beauty of the forest and the mountains is that all the trees, they are growing. But everyone is growing according to its own pace, its own shape, its own flowers, its own speed. And no two trees, they're alike. This is what makes it beautiful. If all the trees are alike, the same, you know this is something very weird, very unusual, something very artificial that is happening. So, we are not a cult. A cult wants to make everyone to be the same. Same way of speaking, same way of dressing, same way. We are the opposite of that, because now we are looking at everyone's individuality, their own difference, their own uniqueness, and trying to bring that out while putting away all the other things that is going to hurt that individuality, your ego, your shaitan. This is why it takes time. This is why tariqat, it is not like a school, like I said. In a school, in a classroom, all the students, same age, they all wear the same uniform, they have the same understanding, more or less. Now this is, Shaykh Shamal is saying, this is like a crazy hospital. Everyone is coming here to look for something to get cure from it. And everyone is very individualistic in the way that everyone is original. It is very easy to give an order and to make everyone to be the same, but it is not real, this is not sunnah. You cannot find two Hazrati Alis, or two Hazrati Abu Bakrs, or two Hazrati Umars. You cannot find two Hazrati Abu Darda. Everyone is different, yet each and every one of them, they're completely different from each other. How are you going to discover this? How are you going to bring out? When you stop looking at others and you concentrate on yourself. You stop being jealous of other people and concentrate on yourself. You stop being argumentative with other people, you concentrate on yourself. You stop being arrogant with other people and you concentrate on yourself. You focus on yourself. Then you're going to look, what is it that I need to improve, to make progress on? Not how other people are looking at me. This is what my shaykh, this is what my teacher, this is what my hoja is saying. Okay, I have to concentrate on that. Once you start looking and comparing to others, that's when you're going to lose your individuality, you're going to lose your originality, you're going to lose your secret. That time you're not going to be yourself. You're going to be someone that is always looking to others to see whether he is there or not. Understanding? So, yes, like I said, it's going to take time. It's okay. We're not in a rush. Things like this should not be in a rush. You plant something in the earth, you have to wait. You cannot rush it. You plant something in the earth, you put the seed there, you cover. After 3 days, you get very curious. You dig up and you look at the seed and you put it back to see whether it's growing or not. What do you think is going to happen to that seed after 6 days, after 1 year? You're going to see that it doesn't grow properly. It may even die. So these are the things that we're telling sometimes to people. Don't interfere into each other. We're planting the seeds. We're covering it. Don't interfere into each other. Say, hey, why are you doing this? Why are you not doing this? Except there's certain people for certain jobs that you do. If you're in the barn, if you're in the kitchen, if you're doing construction, then you're teaching them how to make construction and they're doing it wrongly. You say, make it like this and like this. It has nothing to do with your personality or your character or your spirituality. So don't give order to each other. If someone asks, what should I do? Is this right or is this wrong? Once, Hazrati Hassan and Hazrati Hussein, radiallahu an, They were seeing an old man, he was making wudu. And that old man was making wudu, but he was doing it wrongly. And they are the grandsons of the Holy Prophet. Understand the delicacy of the situation, how delicate it is, how you have to be delicate. The surgeon can be rough. You think that it is rough, but he is handling it very delicately, believe me. You think that you want to be the surgeon, but you're just going to be a butcher. The surgeon is taking the knife. He's being very delicate with what you see the surgeon is doing is just he's cutting up. You're saying, why is he cutting up like that? It hurts. Well, nobody really says about that, about a surgeon, because everybody knows. He goes through years of study, correct? He has to have the knowledge, he has to have the experience, he cleaned himself up, he has all the tools and everything, and he's given the permission to do it, and he cuts. What, do you think a sheikh does not have that same kind of credentials? But all you see is cutting, because there's a no-mind person. He's seeing the sheikh is just there screaming, yelling at a person, but he's not understanding how that sheikh is so delicate, and there's a whole history between that and that patient. There are things that are happening now and later, and things that happened before. So people start judging. So and they're saying, oh, okay, the sheikh can scream, I can scream too. Why not? No, you don't know. You cannot cut. The surgeon taking the knife and cutting, you taking that same knife and cutting, is not the same. So you don't interfere into anyone's business. Even if you see, like, for example, I say, even if you see something that is wrong. Now a person, he wants to learn. That is different. But if a person wants to learn, if a person says, no, tell me, still, you cannot think that you can do it the same way as the Shaykh or the Hoja does. Hazrati Hassan and Hazrati Hussein, grandsons of the Prophet, they see an old man making a wudu, but it was wrong. They could have just said, this is how you do it. But understand the delicacy of it. They were very delicate. One of them said to the other one, I forgot how to make wudu, but he said it loudly so that the old man is listening too. Can you show me? Then Hazrat Hassan is saying, yes, I remember our grandfather teaching us, and this is how we are going to make the wudu. First you're going to do this and then this, and the other one is saying, and then we do this and this. Oh, we don't do this and this? No, we do this and this. They're speaking loud enough so that the old man can hear, and the old man is listening. He says, oh, he catch himself, he's saying, I make the wudu wrongly. Alhamdulillah, I'm going to change it. Those two, they were looking at that man's heart. They were not assuming just because we're the grandchildren, we're going to say something. They were being delicate. They were understanding. It's not whether you are right or wrong. It's looking to see whether that one is going to listen to you or not. What is the best way? What is the best way to open his heart? So when it comes to people, we're talking about spirituality, your character and everything, you have to be very delicate with that. When it comes to work, it doesn't mean now work. If you're cooking in the kitchen, and then someone is going to see you do something wrongly, and then he's going to be so delicate to you and to say, and try to find one other person and cut it. No. Depending on your relationship to that one, he can just say, do it like this, don't do it like that. That is work. You understand? And the one who is supposed to teach now, he has to teach it properly, he has to teach it straight. And he has to teach it over and over again until you get it. That's important to do. We have to look at each other's hearts. If you understand that people are going to get upset with you by you doing certain things, maybe to you, you don't do anything wrong. But every time I talk to this one, every time I talk to anyone, they're always going to get upset as if I did something wrong. Well, you know what? Maybe you are doing something wrong. But I don't see it. My intention is you check yourself and you check yourself. Says no. But you can't be the only one who is right and everyone else is wrong. Maybe, okay, I don't understand. I'm just going to pull out. Tamam. That's exactly what I said. Pull out. Don't interfere. Pull out. Don't do anything. Sometimes people really don't understand. Sometimes they play games with themselves so long that they stop having the ability to see themselves. When you're careful about each other's hearts, how I'm going to say this so that the person doesn't misunderstand me, and how I'm going to say it so that I don't look like I am a jerk. Okay? Meaning you're being very delicate with that. You know what will happen? You become beloved to people. Because people understand, oh, he could just be a jerk and just tell me, but he's being understanding about it. We talk so much about being in a community. What's the use of being in a community? Physically we're here, but our hearts are not connected. When you start taking care of each other's hearts, then that time you can be connected. Do that. There are others who are going to wave the stick. There are others who are going to say, they're going to cut. They have that responsibility, not yours. Understand? Right. May Allah keep us sincere, inshallah, and keep us clean. Don't be idiot also. If I, for example, I see someone and I'm always washing up that someone, that's not your relationship. Don't wash up that someone. You cannot. If I see Bayram Day and always making fun, nobody should be doing that too. There's some who's thinking, oh, I want to be like that. Then they start bullying other people like that without permission, without skill, without knowledge, without responsibility, without a history of it together. Bayram and I've known him since, 15, 20 years. And still, I'm being very careful. I mean, look like I'm not, but I am. So, don't just take and try to do without understanding. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.